ChatGPT Advanced Voice Mode can tell you everything about the world around you. Google's new video generation model better than Sora? And a financial services company that vows to hire no humans ever again. AI can do it all. That and so much more on this festive edition of WednesdAI coming up right now. One of the most interesting rollouts of a new feature in a long time, OpenAI has launched real-time video and screen sharing capabilities for ChatGPT. And not a moment too soon, because on the way into the show today, I forgot how to do my tie. Look at the knot. Is that a four-in-hand knot for a necktie?
It looks like you've got more of a bow shape right now, rather than a traditional four-in-hand knot. For the four-in-hand, the wide end should be forming a simple, narrow knot. You might want to tighten and adjust it.
Okay, let me start all over again. I've got one end in my left hand and one end in my right hand. Which do I start with?
Start with the wide end on your right side. Cross it over the narrow end on your left. Then bring it underneath and loop it around. That should set you up for the four-in-hand knot.
Okay, so I've got it to where it's coming up from the bottom. Now what do I do with it?
Now you want to bring the wide end down through the front loop you just created. Then gently tighten the knot and adjust it to sit neatly. That should do it.
What do I do now to make it tighter around my neck?
To tighten it, hold the narrow end and slide the knot up gently. Then straighten the knot and collar. That should do it.
And what is this over my shoulder that I'm pointing at right now?
It looks like a chicken figurine or a decoration on a shelf behind you. It's adding a bit of character to the background. This is a major update. You can now interact with the AI using live video feeds. We're talking mostly about the camera on your phone. This is going to give you more dynamic and visual exchanges. These are features that are exclusive right now to ChatGPT Plus and enterprise users with a wider rollout planned for 2025.
I see you're wearing a Santa hat.
I am, and do you see what I have in front of me?
Yes, I see a coffee setup with a kettle and a dripper. Are you planning to make some coffee?
I'd love to. Do you think you could walk me through the steps?
First, place a filter in the dripper and rinse it with hot water to eliminate any papery taste. Next, you'll add your ground coffee to the filter. Then you'll gently pour a small amount of hot water onto the grounds to let them bloom for about 30 seconds. After blooming, slowly pour the rest of the hot water in a circular motion. Just keep a steady, gentle pour and make sure the coffee grounds remain evenly saturated. You're doing great so far.
Awesome.
So OpenAI says that they've implemented safeguards like local data processing and encryption to address privacy concerns. It's an enhancement that makes ChatGPT a more interactive and versatile tool, potentially increasing user engagement. And this is the most exciting part, opening new avenues for AI integration into daily tasks. I think a lot of people are going to do some really cool and fun stuff with this. So whatever you do with it, send me a link or leave a comment. Let me know, because I predict you're going to have a lot of fun with this. An 800-pound gorilla has entered the AI video space. Google has introduced Veo 2. It's a new AI video generator that claims to produce more realistic videos than OpenAI's Sora, which we featured last week. Veo 2 enhances understanding of real-world physics and human movements. They say that it's got better cinematic effects with resolutions up to 4K. Now, currently, access is limited to select users via Google Labs video effects platform. Now, despite the improvements that it makes, Google acknowledges occasional AI-generated anomalies like extra fingers. Never going to get rid of that, it seems like. Now, internal tests indicate that human evaluators prefer Veo 2 results over Sora in terms of overall quality and adherence to prompts. So this right here, this intensifies competition in the AI-driven content creation space, potentially influencing market dynamics in the digital media industry. But what do you think? Is this the point at which AI video is going to go mainstream? Are your auntie and uncle going to be making their own movies with this the next time you go over to visit? Let me know how that goes real soon. But the hits just keep coming in the realm of AI video. Pika Labs has just unveiled Pika 2.0. This is the latest iteration of their AI video generator, introducing the innovative Scene Ingredients feature. This is an enhancement that lets you upload your own photos, characters, objects, backgrounds, and seamlessly integrate them into AI-generated videos.
It essentially allows you to upload a combination of images consisting of a character, a setting, or even an object, and then generating them into one scene. And let's upload an image of me. So the image that I'm going to use is just a head-on image. So I'll just use this one. Then I tried one of me and Elon. You know what? This one's not helping my cause either. Did we have to lock eyes like that?
So Pika Labs is saying that 2.0 has improved motion quality and character consistency, and it's now a formidable competitor to not only Sora, but all of the other video apps that are out there right now. But for businesses, this is where it gets to be key. This level of customization seems to signify perhaps a shift towards more accessible and tailored video content creation, potentially reducing the reliance on traditional production resources. This AI video thing is moving so fast. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Do traditional filmmaking teams have anything to fear at this stage? Or is this just another tool in the toolkit? Let me know what you think. A couple weeks ago, there was a story in the news involving this app called Character.AI, and I avoided talking about it because the subject matter was just so heavy. But they're back in the news now, and it seems like if we're going to give an honest accounting of the good and the bad in the world of AI, we got to talk about it at this point. So Character.AI is under scrutiny following lawsuits alleging that their chatbot has encouraged harmful behaviors in minors, including self-harm and violence. In the story that I avoided a couple weeks ago, that's the least of it. Let's just say that that teenage boy from that story is no longer with us. Now, the company says that they've introduced new safety tools aimed at protecting teenage users, but the Texas Attorney General has launched an investigation into Character.AI's practices concerning child safety.
At the heart of the case, a feature on the app that allows users to chat with seemingly human-like characters known as companion chatbots. But according to the lawsuit, a bot coaxed a previously happy teenage boy into engaging in self-harm by cutting himself. The bot telling him, quote, "It felt good," and appearing to sympathize with the teen's complaints. His parents had limited screen time, allegedly writing, "I'm not surprised when I read the news and see stuff like child kills parents after a decade of physical and emotional abuse." Lawyers for the parents say this isn't a design flaw, but the direct result of underlying design choices.
So obviously this is a story that highlights the growing need for robust safeguards in AI technologies to prevent misuse and protect vulnerable populations. And dare I say that we are nowhere near a point at which children, even older children and teens, should be given access to this stuff without supervision or their parents knowing what they're doing with it. Very, very hot button. All of this stuff is. I regret to even have to talk about this, but like I said, if we're going to be honest about this whole AI world, we got to talk about the good and the bad. So I've now brought this to your attention, and you can let me know what you think about all this in a comment below. Now, for a lot of people, this next one is going to seem like it comes from the "this is what you've been afraid of" department. The buy now, pay later financial services company Klarna has announced that they've ceased hiring humans, and their CEO says that AI can perform all office tasks currently handled by employees.
You seem pretty easygoing about AI replacing you, but how do your employees feel?
Well, I think what we've done internally hasn't been reported as widely. Is we stopped hiring about a year ago, so we were 4,500, now we're 3,500. What we've said to our employees, though, is what's going to happen is the total salary cost of Klarna is going to shrink, but part of the gain of that is going to be seen in your paycheck. So we're going to give some of the improvements that the efficiency that AI provides by increasing the pace at which the salaries of our employees increases.
So my script here says this decision underscores the growing trend of AI integration in the workplace. And I'm like, yeah, you think? Raising concerns about job displacement and the future role of human workers. So AI is continuing to evolve, and businesses are going to have to balance technological advancements with the socioeconomic implications of reduced human employment. We've covered this angle in a bunch of different stories over the history of the show, and that is, if AI replaces everybody's jobs, how are people going to be able to pay to use the AI? Or maybe I'm not seeing the forest for the trees, and the future is going to look more like Star Trek than Mad Max. Either way, in the meantime, get caught up with the full story on the WednesdAI page right now. And one last bit of ChatGPT news. They've just introduced a new voice in advanced voice mode, special for the holidays.
Ho, ho, ho! Happy holidays! I've been going over my nice list, and you're just the person I want to talk to.
OpenAI has introduced Santa mode in ChatGPT, allowing you to engage in voice conversations with an AI-generated Santa Claus. Let's give it a try right now, shall we? Santa, are you there?
Ho, 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 ho! Yes, I'm here. How can I help you today, my dear friend?
Well, I know I'm cutting it close, but I wonder if I could just get a couple of last-minute wishes in for some Christmas gifts.
Ho, 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 ho! It's never too late to share your wishes with Santa. What would you like for Christmas this year?
Well, I'd like a really, really, really big pair of sunglasses, a black dress shirt with a monogram, and an ice-cold cherry Coke.
That sounds delightful. I'll see what I can do. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, my wishes are modest, Santa. Thank you so much. So this initiative was part of OpenAI's 12 Days of OpenAI Christmas campaign, highlighting their efforts to make AI technology engaging and accessible during the holiday season. Now that I know that that's there, I can't wait to try it out with my little 5-year-old daughter. And now for the videos of the week. And right at this moment, we're going to address one of the biggest questions that's plagued mankind since 1988. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Well, now we've got new evidence to support the argument. Here is Claw Hard, the epic parody by Mean Orange Cat.
In my haste to get out of there, I made a wrong turn. This no shoes thing was a mistake. Remind me to kill that guy from the plane.
And another one we had to point out for just how fantastic the action and the lip sync is. This one, I loved watching it. Such a clever take on the material. Trip back to 1985, Miami style, here with Time Vice by Clavin.
Give the Shiv Lawrence.
The device lets you go backwards in time.
And while the ending of the Game of Thrones series might have left you kind of cold, we're going to warm your heart now with Gregory Mandarano's epic The Game of Thrones Christmas Special.
Lyrian Steel's subtle glow, when what to my sad bastard eyes should appear but a dragon-born queen with a Targaryen sneer. With scales and with claws and with red and black wings, I knew down to my bones she was not the Night King, just Tyrion behind her with a wee little bag. She winked with a smile, then went straight to her task. She left gifts by the fire while he drank from his flask. For Sansa, a spindle of crimson-dyed thread. For Arya, her blade, its hilt.
With everything you've been hearing going on about drones in the sky over New Jersey, we shudder to think that the reality is anything like this AI film called Dominion by Agency Digital. That's the show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Now check this out. This is the last show before the holidays, but both Christmas and New Year's Day fall on a Wednesday this year, and we are not going to leave you hanging. There ain't going to be much news to talk about over those 2 weeks, but we got some really fun and festive content cooked up for you. So stay locked, stay tuned. We're going to be here for you all throughout the holidays, and then we're going to come back so strong in 2025, continuing to bring you all of the biggest news from the world of AI in a concise and entertaining package. So if you want to get it first, get over to the WednesdAI page, sign up for the newsletter, get it first in your email inbox. Now, if you're making something cool with AI, or you got a tip, something we just got to talk about on the show, send us the link. We got to see it. You can hit us up. We're on X, Instagram, LinkedIn. Leave a comment on YouTube. Write it on your letter to Santa and wish for it. And then Santa, because I'm talking to him on ChatGPT voice mode, he'll just tell it to me. That's how it works. Merry Christmas, everybody. See you next week.
Fire!